Good morning and welcome to another Chin-Wag. It is quite a bit in the morning here, and it's already in the 40s, so I am loving that for winter. Hopefully I get a little garage time today. We'll see. Being a pastor of a church, I wanted to just share just 4 tips that I've always maintained, and hopefully there's something that you can use if you're a pastor or in leadership at a church, because I've gone through some hideous storms in my ministry as a pastor, and 2 times that just almost derailed me from just quitting altogether, which is why point 3 is important to me, which I'll get to in a minute. But number 1, just 4 things. Number 1 point, surround yourself first and foremost with people that believe in you and believe in your vision. I remember wanting a church full of young people, and we ended up getting that pretty quick early on, but what happened was giving tanked, therefore stifling what we could do in ministry, because we were a bunch of teens and 20-somethings, and it felt like I was running a youth group all over again. Not too appealing when you want to be a pastor of a church and you just came out of 9 years of youth ministry. It was a lot of fun, but it was just a lot of things that I didn't want to deal with. And we started getting 50, 60-year-olds in the church, and I loved that, and it was very important. The church will always have people that don't buy in to the vision of the church, and will disagree with you. I would suggest talk to them, see what's going on, why they don't enjoy it. But here's some words of advice for people that are controlling or may creep onto a staff or may go into a leadership role at a church, whether it's lay leaders or something. Find out where their heart is first before you let these things happen, and talk to them. But don't put them on a board. Don't put them on a team that they could lead, and don't give them a public platform to disagree with you on, because then it's going to make it very difficult for you to end up moving on, and without this person having to get very bitter. I had to do this early on. In the first couple of weeks that I became the pastor at our church, I had to let the kids pastor go because he was talking garbage about me behind my back, and I don't stand for that. If I ever find out that people do that sort of thing, it doesn't make me very happy. This person ended up releasing with the approval of the powers that be, because the garbage storm that we went through, we needed to bring on a separate board and do all this stuff, and it ended up making for a happier place. Staff needs to be happy, people need to be happy, and I hope that's the bottom line for any church. Number 2, don't do business with people in the church. I know this sounds cold, I know this sounds heartless, but trust me on this. 15 years of pastoring, I've seen disputes actually go before the board before because of people in the church doing business with each other, and it just runs amok. I have a neighbor here in the town that they did some stuff and with people that they knew of in their church, and what happened was they weren't happy at all with the work, and I actually saw it, and it was very shoddy work at best, and I'm a backyard sort of repairman, and I could have done better work than that, but they can't confront them because they're in the church and everything. Save yourself the heartache, save yourself the headache, and just move on. Keep business, and I think everyone's happier for that. Number 3, have something else that you're good at besides being a pastor. A lot of pastors, if they weren't a pastor, I don't know what they'd be doing. For me, I've taken up web design, graphic design. It was actually my passion before I even went into ministry, became vocational ministry. So I do web designs, I do graphic design on the side. Is it a livable income? By no means is it a livable income. But if push came to shove and I needed it to be, I probably could flex my graphic design muscles enough to make it that. But, and what happens is when you have a different thing that you enjoy, it gets you out of that church circle bubble thing and gets you with other people. Like, I have friends that are on the Chamber of Commerce. I was on the board at the Chamber of Commerce. I have young friends that are entrepreneurs and doing well with their businesses and stuff. And so I like that. I enjoy that. I enjoy having friends that don't know the whole church friend group. I enjoy having a church friend group that don't know a whole lot about the other group I hang out with. And it's refreshing for a pastor. I think a lot of pastors and other people in leadership roles at higher levels just hang on to their job because of the paycheck. And I think that stifles what needs to happen in those areas. And so have something else that you're good at. My last point would be simply start the way you see in your heart and mind. How do you view the church going? How do you want things going? People overcomplicate church way too much. My friend, Pastor Bob Beeman, which many of you know, him and I talk about, anytime the word infrastructure, anytime the word bigger business thing starts creeping into a church organization, we shudder at that, because every time it goes into, it literally goes to crap. And I don't think that's a healthy thing, because you start having power players, you start having people that think they know what's better, and they think they know what should happen, and what's the purpose of that? I think vision statements, I think mission statements for the church can be even overrated. What is the mission of the church? It's to love people, it's to help people. There you go. And as soon as we start talking business and all these sort of things, we inevitably, name me one time when it hasn't led to someone trying to pull a power play and wanting to take over. It's happening right now in our own city at a couple churches. It's not a foreign thing. Pastors, this is the best advice I could give you regarding your church. It was given to me when I was handed this church, and it was completely defunct after only a year. The person that handed me the church was the higher up for state for the Assemblies of God. He goes, Bob, here's the thing. You're the pastor of the church. Pastor the church. In other words, make those tough decisions. Guard that church, and make it, and go after the vision that you have. Hey, shoot me your thoughts, info@thatsnotmygod.com. I will talk to you soon. Bye.